Hi, my name is Phoebe Lescusong, and today I have been tasked with introducing Anna Deason. As our token redhead, Anna is truly unique. She fights every day to make our essays better as our fearless right place leader. She's the only person in our grade who is cool enough to be on the bowling team, but most of all, Anna is one of the kindest people in our grade. She is always ready to listen patiently to whatever complaints you have and never fails to bring a sense of calm to any stressful situation. I know she has written a right place worthy and wisdom-filled speech, so give it up for our Hunger Games winner, Anna Elizabeth Deason.
I've never understood the concept of living in the moment. I feel as though I live my entire life in retrospect, always comparing things that are now to things that were then. When I look back on my childhood, I see fluffy blanket forts and yellow ginkgo leaves and bowls full of rainbow sherbet. I remember this little girl who lived in shades of green and yellow, who laughed so hard and so loud that it rubbed her throat raw. That little girl has grown up. A few bumps along the way, maybe a couple slip-ups, and definitely enough bruises to last me a lifetime. And now, here I am at the precipice of something. It's this grand idea of the future that looms over me, dark, shadowy, and so utterly intimidating. And as I get closer and closer to leaving my school and my city and my home, I'm so frequently confronted by the realization that I don't know what's coming next. In fact, I'm so intimidated by this not knowing that I choose to ignore it altogether. Ignoring my future won't make time stop. I'm well aware that the passage of time is unfortunately inevitable, but it means I don't give myself the time to really process any big thoughts about the future. It's only in the moments when I stop and slow down, when I walk through the school hallways on a stormy day and breathe in the cool, familiar scent of rain, that I truly understand how little time I have left in the familiar. I'm struck dumb by how much my life has changed over the past few years. All the people I've met, the places I've left, and the things I've learned and seen. In this little space I have here, this comfort and familiarity is changing too, and that is the scariest thing of all. I think that's why I hold so tightly to ideas of the past. I hate dealing with significant life changes, and I've always been a strong believer in the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. When circumstances are good, I get dangerously attached. When I get used to living my life a certain way, I intend to keep it that way as long as it continues to make me happy. When I'm faced with a change that I cannot avoid and that I don't like, I stubbornly gather up all the rose-tinted fragments of memories relating to the time before that change, and I cling to them with all my strength. I can't help but compare the past to the present, and I find myself mourning what once was. I'll look at the desolate little stump of a former holly bush that sits a couple houses down from mine, and remember when my siblings and I used to pick handfuls upon handfuls of plump red berries until our hands were sore from pricking ourselves on the leaves. And I see things like that wherever I go, reminders of the past that I just can't seem to get rid of. It's bittersweet, really, this addiction to nostalgia. Because when I hear the opening notes to a long-forgotten song or see the sunlight coming in through my bedroom window during the golden hour of a summer afternoon, some little feeling sneaks its way inside my chest and squeezes until it hurts to breathe. After many years of feeling the same familiar pressure whenever I'm reminded of some treasured moment from my past, I've come to recognize it as a sort of happy, sad feeling. Happy that it happened, sad that that piece of my life is now gone. I'm still not totally prepared for the future, but I would be incredibly surprised and a little bit concerned if any senior in high school knew exactly what was coming next for them. Right now, we are caught between the known, all that is familiar to us, all our shared experiences, all that we take comfort in, and that little mystery of the unknown. I'm personally in no rush to leave. I still, and likely always will, in some capacity hate change. A piece of me will always remain here in my memories. I already feel the urge to grab on tight to the things around me, and I think to myself, remember this. Remember all of this. I think it just goes to show that I've got a lot of good memories, and I consider myself very lucky to be able to say that. It's a truly marvelous thing to be able to find a home somewhere amidst all the chaos of existing. A few years from now, I'll look back and remember the warmth I felt in having people who fit so nicely into the space beside me. I'll remember the terror I felt as I stepped up to this podium. And I'll remember and remember and remember as much as I possibly can. Thank you.